Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm kicking off a series where I will be sharing my favorite exercises for each muscle group. I did this a couple of years back through my short form content on Instagram, but since then I have been updating my list with some new exercises or a different variation of the exercise. We are starting with the back, one of the most important muscle groups for strength and aesthetics. If you want to build the bigger, stronger back, these are the exercises you need to include in your routine. First up is the bent over barbell row. Why? Because it's one of the best exercises for developing both back thickness and back width. You can modify this exercise by changing your grip using a pronated or overhand grip or a supinated or underhand grip. Personally, when using a pronated grip, I find wrist straps helpful as the bar tends to slip from my palms, especially with heavy weights. With a supinated grip strength improves slightly, but many lifters tend to engage their biceps too much, reducing back activation when pulling the weight up. My favorite variation is the mixed grip, where one hand is pronated and the other is supinated. This prevents the bar from slipping without the need for wrist straps. I simply switch my grip between sets to balance out any muscle imbalances. This exercise not only targets your lats, rhomboids, traps and rear delts, but also engages your lower back and core due to the bent over position. It's a staple in any solid back workout. Next, we have the lat pull down, a great exercise for building back width, but over the years I've become more selective with my grip choice for this movement. For a long time I stuck with a wide pronated grip, but lately I've switched to a supinated grip. This allows me to keep my elbows closer to my torso and isolate my lats more effectively. If possible, I recommend using a plate-loaded machine instead of a standard cable machine, but by training each side independently, you can correct muscles imbalances and ensure equal development. Coming in third is the single arm row, another excellent exercise for correcting muscle imbalances. While I used to do this exercise primarily with the dumbbells, I recently transitioned to using machine-based single arm row more. A chest-supported machine is even better as it locks your torso in place and prevents unnecessary twisting. When performing dumbbell single arm rows, many lifters unconsciously twist their torso during the final reps, which can lead to discomfort or even injury over time. Using a machine eliminates this issue and provides a more stable movement pattern. It's important to choose exercises that you can sustain in the long run. Personally, I want to continue training well into my 50s, 60s, 70s and beyond, so selecting safe and effective variations is crucial. Another must-have on my list is the seated cable row. This exercise primarily builds back thickness while also contributing to lat width. You can switch up the grip and attachments, but my personal favorite is the close grip handle. Keeping your elbows tucked in minimizes involvement from secondary muscle groups like the rear delts and traps, keeping the focus on the lats and rhomboids. There's a lot of debate around form when performing cable rows. Some believe in keeping the back completely still, focusing only on pulling with the arms and back, while others advocate adding slightly torso movement to increase range of motion and lift heavier weights. I fall somewhere in the middle. I understand the importance of strict form, chest up, shoulders retracted, but I also recognize that a little controlled movement can help generate more stimulus for growth. The key is not to overdo it. Use common sense, listen to your body and avoid discomfort or excessive lower back strain. Finally, we have the straight arm lat pull down, one of the best isolation exercises for the lats. While you can do this movement with a dumbbell, as in the classic dumbbell pullover, I prefer using a cable machine with a rope attachment. This provides a greater range of motion and better lat activation. Using a straight bar attachment tends to flare the elbows out, which engages other muscle groups, reducing lat isolation. I like to use this as a finisher at the end of my back workout. I don't go super heavy. This isn't an exercise where you're moving massive weight. Keeping the reps around 10 to 12 works best for me, focusing on squeezing and contracting the lats with each rep. So, some of you might be wondering, where are the deadlifts? Well, while deadlifts are an amazing compound movement, they work multiple muscle groups, including the legs. This list is specifically focused on back building exercises, which is why I didn't include them. Personally, I rarely do conventional deadlifts anymore because I already incorporate a lot of Romanian deadlifts on my leg days, which engage my lower back effectively. That being said, I might throw in a heavy deadlift session a couple of times a year just to test my strength. These are my top 5 back exercises, but that doesn't mean you need to do all of them in a single session. I believe that choosing 3 of these exercises per workout is enough to fully stimulate your back muscles. You can cycle through them over the course of 12 or 16 weeks, adjusting the training volume as needed, and after that switch things up slightly to continue making progress. So these are my top back exercises. Thanks for watching. If you find this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel and allows me to create more content like this in the future. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and until next time, take care and keep training hard.